Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you exactly what I eat in a day. I know when I was starting ketovore, and then moving on to carnivore, I watched a lot of videos on what people ate in a day. So this is breakfast. Just got back from my morning hike. I usually hike about 4 kilometers a day, so a little hot and sweaty. It's warm out today, but I'm going to show you exactly what I have pretty much every morning. It's 3 eggs and some form of protein. So today it's going to be leftover steak and 3 scrambled eggs. Okay, so here's my farm fresh eggs. I think it's really important when we're buying eggs to take the time and buy some eggs from a local farmer. It's much more difficult to crack eggs with one hand, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So typically a scrambled egg here, and then you can see some leftover steak from the other night. Okay, so here I have my pan heating up. Make sure you keep your bacon grease. You can see here that I have my bacon grease, using it in the pan, and I've sliced up my steak, which I'll heat up, and then I'll fry up the scrambled eggs. Should be a good breakfast. While my steak is frying up and I cook my eggs, I wanted to talk quickly about how I track my macros. I've been doing that for about 3 months, and I found I do a lot better with a higher fat content. So I'm not scared to use bacon grease. I'm not avoiding the fat trim on my strip loin steak here. I make sure I eat the fat. That fat is really keeping me full throughout the whole day, which is really key. So I'm keeping my fat macros at about 60% and my protein at about 30% on an average day, of course. So there's the leftover strip loin frying up for my breakfast this morning, and my eggs here are waiting to go in the hot pan once my steak is fried up. Okay, so the eggs are going to go in. I got the steak sitting there nice and warm. You may notice I'm using cast iron pans. I switched over to cast iron a couple of years ago, and what a world of difference in cooking. Cast iron, just a well-seasoned cast iron pan. You can't get much better than that. Okay, so here's my first meal of the day. I haven't eaten since dinner last night. So I have scrambled eggs and leftover steak with sparkling water here with no sweetener, and then Redmond's real salt for the eggs and for the steak as well. So this is a typical breakfast. So delicious. Really good. And this is Augie, so if you're watching my videos, you're probably going to see more of him. He always comes when there's eggs and steak on the table. Augie's a Leon Burger, and he's a year old. Good boy, Augie. Okay, so all done breakfast. It was delicious, and that's going to keep me full till lunchtime. The key when you're eating a meat-based diet is to not be snacking in between. If you do get hungry in between meals, it simply just means that you haven't eaten enough during your first meal. So make sure you bulk up on your next meal, so then you don't feel the need to snack. Second meal of the day today, we're having chicken wings, really easy. It's a little bit later than I normally eat, but I also ate breakfast later. In between, I've had a couple sparkling waters, which are really great. I drink the bubbly. They're available here in Canada. Not too sure about my American viewers, but here in Canada, bubbly is a great brand, as well as San Pellegrino as far as sparkling water. So as I said, my lunch is chicken wings. They're from Costco. I usually just buy the pre-cooked ones and then I freeze them, so then I have an easy lunch. You can see here, there's my chicken wings. They're gonna go in the oven, and I do dip them into hot sauce. I'm having about 7 here. So second meal, and I will show you my dinner, which I think we're making burgers tonight. So you'll also see that my husband doesn't eat carnivore, so you're gonna see bread products, but you'll see my meal, which will be probably a burger and maybe a slice of cheese, not too sure, but thought I would share. Well, I'm going to share the last meal for today's what I eat in a day. I'm going to make hamburgers, and I'm going to show you just how I put them together. This is the hamburger meat that I use from Costco. It's the organic. I can only get the lean ground beef. I would much prefer the 80/20. So I just add some red mint salt to them and put them together. Out of the 600-gram package, I'm going to make 4 hamburger patties. So I remember back when I was eating a regular standard diet, I would put, breadcrumbs, eggs, you name it, in my burgers. Now I just add some Redmond's real salt and make burger patties just like this right on the barbecue. And I'll have 2 of these patties. There's going to be 4. My husband will have 2, and he'll also have onions and a fresh tomato from the garden.